Good afternoon. Welcome to Program Spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at one of the most successful programs in the state, the Cochise College Fire Science Technology Program. Of the many students that have passed this program, they've gone on to successful careers through not only Cochise County and the state of Arizona, but nationwide. My name is Mike Quarto. I'm the program instructor for the college here at Fire Science Technology Program. I'm also currently employed with the City of Sierra Vista as a fire engineer and paramedic. I've been there for the last 12 years. And I'm also actually a graduate of this program from 2008, where actually the person I want to introduce you to is Bill Wright, was my instructor. Captain Bill Wright, do you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about yourself to the viewers?
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. My name is Bill Wright. I am the Fire Science Coordinator for Cochise College. My history began in 1978, so I'm obviously the oldest one here, and I retired in 2012. But somewhere along the line of about 2004, I began my career with the Fire Science program here at Cochise, first being an aide and then going on to an instructor, and now I am the Fire Science Coordinator. As Mike alluded to earlier, we do have a very successful program in the state of Arizona, and I'd like to deem it as a Gold Star program because that's what the proctors tell me it is that come down and do your evaluation in May. So we're real excited about it. We're really excited about this opportunity to market our program to you and somehow get you to the Fire Science program. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the Deputy Fire Chief of the City of Sierra Vista, Brad Deaver.
Good afternoon, my name is Bradley Deaver, and as Bill said, I'm the Deputy Fire Chief for Sierra Vista Fire and Medical, and I am also an instructor here at Cochise College. I have been since 2012. I've been involved in the paramedic and EMT programs, and I really have a special place in my heart for teaching and Cochise College in particular. But this is a wonderful community college, and they do a lot of really good things for our community and for the area. And what we want to really relay to you is now is a wonderful time to be getting into the fire service and the EMS service. And here at Sierra Vista Fire and Medical, we absolutely love to get students from Cochise College because we know that they are top-notch students and they've had top-notch education and training from this program and through the EMT and paramedic programs. So when we look to hire people, we know they came out of Cochise College, we know they're going to be excellent candidates. So we're really excited to be here, and I just wanted to give my 2 cents and be here available for anybody that had any questions about the actual hiring process over at the fire department. For once you complete the program, what happens next when you want to get in the business. So.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Captain. Why don't we go ahead and get started talking about the Cochise College Fire Science program. The Fire Science Technology program at Cochise College is an introduction to the fire service career that you can take locally, statewide, or nationally. Here what we start with is the FST 107 program, which is an introduction to the Fire Science Technology class. You do hazmat, you get your FRO, which is the Operations First Responder course. Get that certified through the state, and then we start introducing you to the background of the fire service itself. And then once you've passed that class, you move into 108 the next semester, and we just continue getting more information there. You get ladders, ropes, knots. You learn all the ins and outs of what it means to be a firefighter, both in the state and nationally. After you pass that class, we have FST 109, which completes the course, and by the end of that course, you are ready to take the state test to become state certified as a firefighter 1 and 2 within the state of Arizona.
We actually teach you how to use the tools and equipment that the everyday firefighter uses, and hopefully that you will be using once you gain your certification. These things would include doing hose drills, pulling hose, cutting up cars with the jaws of life, climbing ladders, live fire drills that you must go through in order to satisfy the state requirements for the certification. Come on in. It's a fun course. It's actually a little family by the time we get all said and done in May. Many of them want to return to come back and help and brush up on their skills or get ready to test for some agency in the county, hopefully, that will allow them to gain full employment. We feel that Cochise College offers a competing certificate program in the state of Arizona. We want our local students especially to be able to come to Cochise College to get their certificate and become a certified firefighter or a certified EMT or paramedic at the same time. This then allows them to be gainfully employed somewhere, hopefully in the county. And but we do have former students of mine who are all over the country. They, for whatever reason, have taken their trade somewhere else due to family situations or personal preferences. But we hope that the majority of the people that come through our program stay right here and give back to the community right here in the county.
The minimum age to become certified within the state of Arizona is 18. You can take the course before then, but you'll be ineligible to take the state test until you are 18. Their only requirements to take this course would be what the college requires to become a student at the college.
The program really kind of is designed for a Cochise College certificate, and that includes the EMT and fire science. We certainly have had our success with students doing the fire science and EMT at the same time, but personally I would just recommend that you either take EMT first or fire science first and finish up the other one.
It's a pretty extensive list, really, when we think about all that we are given to be able to be called a firefighter and EMT and what that means for you personally. It's really a blessing, and it's something that we try to remind ourselves of and remind our employees of each and every day, that it's not just a job, it's a calling, and it's a career that you will hopefully be in for a long time, and that you will be able to benefit from, not only on a personal level, but also your family. Your family will benefit from having a very stable job, good benefits, medical benefits, a retirement, good pay, not great pay. You won't be rich being a firefighter or EMT paramedic, but you will have stability, and you will have the ability to provide for your family. But really what happens in this career is your ability to grow personally and your ability to flourish as a servant. And taking care of the community, something really special happens to you when you embrace that servant mindset, because you truly start to care about people more than just showing up and punching the clock. You start to care about your community and everybody that you're serving. The steps to become employed with us as a full-time firefighter EMT or full-time firefighter paramedic are pretty extensive. Our basic foundry from where we get our employees are from the colleges, specifically Cochise College. We really look for employees who are local. We love to hire local people and local talent, which is why we really want to embrace Cochise College, and we have a very good working relationship with them. I myself am actually an instructor with Cochise College through the paramedic and EMT programs, and I have been for years. And so we look for people who have completed the programs that already have the certifications. We are a small enough agency that we aren't able to run a full-time academy, and everybody else in Cochise County is pretty much the same. So the fire departments are looking for people who already have the certifications on the front end. So you come to us with the proper certifications, which would be the Firefighter 1 and 2, your EMT basic at a minimum. You can have a paramedic, but we at least need an EMT basic. Also your wildland certification, your hazmat certifications, which are all pretty easy to get. Once you have those certifications, you can apply, and the application process takes some time when we have an opening. Oftentimes we have a general education written exam on the front end of it, and when you do well enough, you go to an oral board. And the oral board, we sit and we really want to get to know who you are. We want to know that we're hiring the right person. and not can you do the job. We can find a lot of people who can do the job, but is it somebody who is aligned with our values and our ethics and our work ethic that we have, that we demand within our department? And so we always talk about we want to hire the heart and train the hands. So you come to us with those certifications, but we'll train you how we want you to be. But we really want you to come with that right mindset and that worker's servant's heart when you come to us. And additionally, once you pass the oral board, we also need you to pass what's called a CPAT. It's a challenging physical aptitude test where you put on fire gear, and it's about 10 minutes long, and it's really challenging and hard to do. People who are physically fit and work out frequently typically don't have a problem with it, but it is something that if you are not physically fit, or if you're not used to demanding much from your body, it is something that people struggle with and have to train up to. Keep in mind that we do this because not only is the job rigorous, but we need you to be fit physically for about 25 years to make it to retirement. So we really emphasize good health and physical, mental health within our organization. So those are the main components. Is your certifications, you come in, you take a written exam, you take an oral board, and you have to pass a physical exam as well. Once you've passed all that, and if you're selected, you do go through a background process. So a clean record is a must. We look for people with clean driving records. We look for people with no criminal history, and oftentimes those things will exclude you from employment with our organization. So we always tell people that if you have any interest in public service at all, we want you, but you also have to demonstrate that you've had a clean record and you align with our ethics and morals.
Okay, let's see if there are any questions.
Can you tell us about the FST 115 class?
I can. This is known as the driver operator class in the fire service, and it's where once you graduate and are certified, state certified, the next step logical to your progression into the fire service is being able to take what the college terms as a FST 115 or the driver operator class. This class typically is only available in the spring of the year. So we do have one coming up starting in January. But that's where you learn how to drive the big fire trucks and pump them, and you do hydraulic works, and you learn how to operate and on fire scenes with this big truck. So if you're into the fire service already and you think that you might need this class for promotion's sake, or perhaps you're from a volunteer department that you want to help out your community and you want to take this class, we certainly welcome you to go to the college website and enroll into that class beginning in January. It's again, it's only a spring semester class, so January to May, and that is also a very excellent class for as being part of your career.
I also believe it's required for promotion with service to fire and medical to be in my position as an engineer there, correct?
It is indeed, yeah. You do need to have that state certification for engineer. And also really for any of our employees, even the firefighters who want to drive the apparatus, Code 3, we call it, lights and sirens. If you want to be able to drive and operate those engines, you do need to have that certification. So we don't require it for initial hire, but it's absolutely good to have on your resume. And if you come to us and you don't have it, we'll eventually send you to it. So
It's also part of the program, though, to get the certificate through the college, correct?
No, it's outside of that realm, actually, because it's, I lied. I'm sorry. Yes, it is.
I thought it was
Good
part
job,
of the
Mike.
certificate
If
program.
I didn't have this piece of paper in front of me, I'd be lost. Anyway.
No worries.
Yes, it is part of the overall program. And there was a question, I think, about cost. Is that correct, Shereen?
Yes, tell us a little bit more about the
Okay.
cost.
I happen to have the latest and the greatest of the 2021 certificate program here in fire science. And it spans the FST 107 through 109, the EMT 174, the FST 115 class, that's the driver operator class, and it's roughly right at about $2,650. Now, That includes your lab fees and your testing fees and your state certifications and stuff, liability insurance, everything. So, you know, what a great deal. What a great find for that. And most students really initially want to get something that they can go and become ready to hire somewhere. And the people in Cochise County need to have that Fire 1 and 2 cert, and at minimum the EMT cert to even apply. So if that's your course of study, now you can turn that into a future degree that is transferable. If you choose to do that, I don't know those details. You work with a college counselor on that. Our job is to get you into this class and graduated, and so you're employable, and that's the main reason for taking this class.
I think the other cool part about the certificate program that's offered here at the college too is 90% of these classes get you a certificate that is transferable outside of the state of Arizona. So if you don't, this is not home base for you, you want to go somewhere else in the country, these certificates transfer.
That's right.
You get an IFSAC seal, and you can be a firefighter in Idaho if that's where home base is. So Cochise College is a great place to start and then move on to greater aspirations and career elsewhere if that's what you're looking to do.
And
Same thing with EMT.
Yeah, EMT, Brad, I think is a national certification.
National
too, is it not?
certification as
Yeah.
well, you bet, yeah. And I'll tell you, the EMT program and the EMS side of the Cochise College as well is top notch, just like the fire science as well. So we really have a great training foundation and abilities to produce some wonderful students here within this community college. So
not only is it a great program, affordable, are there scholarships available?
There is a scholarship for the fire science side. I actually just learned about it this year. It's called the Alex C. Black Fire Science Scholarship. It's offered at $1,000 per student that applies. I believe there are 12 to 13 scholarships available every year. And it's a simple one question: how would this scholarship help you advance yourself in your career in the fire science? And that sounds pretty easy. It's probably a one paragraph or a little bit more maybe explaining that in detail. And you get awarded $1,000, which covers almost a third of the cost of this entire certificate program if you're going to do the whole thing. That's amazing. That would save you a lot of money.
That's great news. How long is the program or the certificate?
Our program begins in the second 8 weeks in the fall. Overall, it's 24 weeks long. It starts in October, ends in December, and then the regular semester, January through May in the spring. And most people, I haven't had too many of my students not want to go through the certification process. It's a fun class. We will challenge you because that's the nature of the fire service. We will prepare you to get out on the street and start working with the skills that you'll learn in our program. Most of the current people that are working in the county have come through this program. So we're very happy that they're using their skills, their newfound skills and certifications to go out and help their city or their community and give back to their community. We got them in Douglas, Bisbee, all over Cochise County. And then from there, out of necessity or personal preference, they want to go to Virginia. So they pick up their stuff and they go and they get jobs in Virginia. We actually have a lot of students all over the states, and I do hear from them from time to time. And I'm very proud that they started their careers here, and then they're able to keep on doing and giving back to their communities where they now live, and that's important.
absolutely, yeah. And I will tell you from a personal standpoint that this is an amazing career opportunity for anybody who's thinking about this. And if you're listening and you are curious and you really feel like this is something that might be something that you could see yourself doing, don't hesitate. I promise you, once you go through the program and get the certifications, you'll kind of catch that. You'll catch that itch, and you'll want to do nothing else with your life or career. It's a wonderful opportunity to give back to your community, make a great living, have good benefits, job security, and really have a meaningful and purposeful career. And so you won't regret it, I can tell you that much.
Something I wanted to add to that is a lot of classes, when you talk about doing these type of things, it's just a lot of book work, and there is a lot of book work, don't get me wrong, with this particular program. But we do a lot of hands-on too. We have a live fire exercise where we actually have real fire with you in bunker gear, breathing SCBA oxygen on the back, and you're fighting fire. We cut up a car, several of them. We drive the fire truck around, you're advancing hose. You're doing lots of stuff. It's a lot of hands-on. It's not just sit in the classroom and listen to me drone on and death by PowerPoint. It's an exciting, fun class. So even if you don't know if the fire service is for you, this is a good way to get your feet wet and say, yep, this is something I want to do, or that was fun, but not for me. So at the very least, it's that too.
That's great. So tell me, how can students contact you for more information?
Well, they're welcome to email me at the college. My email is Quartom, it's QUARTOM @cochise.edu. And I'll be happy to answer any question they want to email me with.
And I think they're also in the college book, or excuse me, the college, whatever the heck it's called, website. I'm sorry. They can do a search on fire science, that internet thing, and it'll take you, and basically it'll show you basically what it's all about. And then you go to your counselor and start the process with that. So there are some intro things we require that you have a physical from your doctor. And that, again, that you have some kind of a clean record. Then you start into your hazmat program, and you become state certified through that. And then we start into the exact fire science program, which is going to then last till May. So, and you need the hazmat and the fire side of it combined. They're two separate certificates, but you need them to be state certified. So you can't do one or only one and not do the other and then become state certified. So it's a dual based thing. So,
and I would say from our standpoint, COVID has changed things, no doubt. But typically, we have open stations all the time. If you want to come by, check out the apparatus, talk to the firefighters, learn more about what we do, and really get to see we have that option available. And we will absolutely invite you in and show you our home and show you what we do, because we're very proud of it. And we're excited to show others, because we want good people, no doubt. We want to hire good people to come work with us and serve the community with us. And so we want to get to know you as well. If you're interested in this business, we want to get to know what kind of a person you are, because we're very protective of who we let in.
and to tag on to what Brad was saying, we have the classes are all held right at the station on Julio Cesar, and we believe that that's part of the learning environment. The student will be able to interact with the professional firefighter. Sometimes they come out and they help out with the class with their expertise, or they can show you a better way, or what have you. And I think it's that really good environment to hold a class is at the fire station. So you're around apparatus. You see the professional guys go out on their calls with the lights and the sirens, and then perhaps when they come back, engage with them to talk about what kind of call that was and whatnot. And so it's all part of the overall process, and I think it's just a great learning experience for the student.
I agree.
So that's all the questions we have right now.
All right. Well, then, thank you very much for tuning in today. We appreciate your time. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to contact the college, your counselor, or me at my email address. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.